Hey guys, so I know I'm coming to you looking a little bit different with my soaking wet hair. Well, it's not quite soaking, it's pretty damp, and I've never done a tutorial like this before where I show you how I blow dry my hair and then how I straighten it to get volume, and then I'm also going to show you how I curl my hair using a straightener. So GHD actually sent me their hair straightener, and let me tell you, this thing is the best I have ever used. I have used quite a few straighteners over my lifetime from like junior high on, and I've always used like really nice high-end straighteners. I've never owned a GHD before, and I don't know why. This is literally, no lie, the best straightener I have ever used in my life. It just like glides through your hair so smoothly. It doesn't pull, it takes less time. I'm not going to mention the brands that I've used in the past, but if you kind of think of really nice high-end brands of straighteners, I use them. And this one is definitely the best. So I'm going to show you how I blow dry my hair, and I'm going to be using a GHD hair dryer as well. This is just the travel little compact one. So you just bend it like this, and then it just goes inside this little bag, and this thing packs a punch. So I'm going to blow dry my hair, show you guys how I do that. I'm gonna have to voice over that because obviously I can't talk and blow dry my hair at the same time. But I'm gonna show you how I do that a little bit differently to get some volume instead of just blow drying it like flat and straight down. And then also the straightener came with this adorable little travel case, and it's obviously heat resistant, but how cute is this? I will leave everything that I already put in my hair in the description box below. That way you guys can check it out. I just put a few products in the roots of my hair, but all that will be below if you're interested. So let's go ahead and start blow drying. So when I blow dry my hair, I try to focus on blowing the hair in the opposite direction that it's going to lay. So as you can see, I am moving the hair over to the opposite side and blowing it dry at the root. That way it's not laying flat on my head when I flip it back over. Use my fingers whenever I am blow drying my hair, but I also throw in a brush every now and then to kind of help smooth down the pieces that are next to my face and just smooth out my hair to make sure it's not blow drying tangled. So now I'm just flipping all that hair over to the other side, and I'm going to blow dry and focus at the root. Now I'm going to flip my head over and blow dry the bottom section forward. So now my hair is about 3/4 of the way dry, and I'm still drying it in the opposite direction while making sure that the pieces next to my face are laying smooth. And now I'm going to flip it back over, and I am going to continue drying at the root until it is all dry. Okay, so now that I am breaking out in a sweat, my neck is probably all red because I'm so hot. My hair is done, and as you can see towards the end, whenever I start to finish and my hair gets pretty dry, it will pretty much fall into its natural part here, which is like slightly off center for me. But instead of it being just like flat down, it's got a lot of volume in it. If you can see that, if I was to just blow dry my hair straight down, it would be like super flat. So that is how I get some volume in my hair, and I'm going to show you how to straighten your hair without losing that volume. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on the straightener. Now watch this. This is the little button in here, and it does not have a heat setting, but I'm completely fine with that because sometimes I think I turn it up too high, and if I don't have that option to turn it up, then you know I only have like one option on and off, and it's probably saving my hair a lot of damage, and it doesn't make my hair smell burnt or anything. So that's how I know like it's definitely not too hot for my hair. I'm just gonna push this little button right here. Did you hear that? Now listen to how quickly it's going to it'll go back off in just a minute. That is how fast it takes this thing to heat up. I know sometimes you have to wait a little while. You'll go and touch it, see if it's hot. It's still not hot. This thing is so quick. Like, I can actually feel the heat coming off of it, and it will beep. See how it's lighting up right here? It will go off again whenever it's ready. See, that means it's ready. I'm gonna go ahead and section my hair off. I'm using one of these little hair bobbles. You can use a clip if you'd like. Sometimes I like to use a clip. I just don't have one right here with me. So I'm going to section my hair off into 3 sections. That's just usually how I do it. So I'm gonna go right above the ears right here. Or yeah, right above the ears. And I'm just going to kind of put that in a little bit of a loose bun. Sometimes when my hair is freshly dried, like it's a little bit warm still, it will hold a crease from those hair bobbles, just because my hair holds things like so well, which is a blessing and a curse at the same time. This is ready to go, and I'm just going to run it through my hair. And this literally takes so much. Look how long my hair is getting. It used to not even like, I used to be like right here. Now it's not even in the frame anymore. So I'm gonna scoot back just a little bit so you can see. And whenever I straighten, I'm going to give it a little bit of bend at the bottom. So right here, just a little bit of bend, not too much, just to where it kind of curls under, but not too much. And I'm not really gonna do a whole lot to the roots here because my hair is pretty naturally straight. Done with that. And I'm going to go ahead and do this side. Now, if I was using my other straightener, I'm not even lying, it took me a lot longer to do this. It just, whenever I started using this, I was like, oh my gosh, this cut off a good, 10 minutes of my hairstyling routine because it just works so well. And as you can see, it doesn't pull my hair at all. It just glides right through. So just give it like a tiny little curve under. Not too much, and I have a lot of baby hairs around my ears, which are thankfully growing out, but they'll probably break off again after pregnancy. So that's it for the bottom half. I'm going to take my hair down. Now, if your hair is like really curly or very wavy, you'll definitely have to start more at the root and go down. I just don't have to do that because thankfully my hair is straight. However, I will do the root when I do this top section because it gives it a little bit more lift. So here is the second section, and if you need to, you can run a brush through your hair. I don't really need to do that. The shampoo and conditioner that I use is pretty amazing, so I just take my fingers, usually use mostly my fingers, and just glide this through. A little bit of a bend at the bottom, not too much. And I try to do as little as possible. That way it doesn't take all of the volume out of my hair. Does that make sense? So that's done. I'm gonna go over once in the back just to get those pieces that I probably can't see well. And that's it. And now I'm gonna do the top section. What I'm gonna do a little bit differently this time is I'm gonna start a little bit closer to the root and then hold it up a little bit so that it cools off that way. And I'm still gonna give it a little bit of a bend. So for example, I'm going to take this section right here and I'm going to start at the root and I'm going to pull it up and a little bit of a bend. And I just kind of hold it there for a second to cool off and then let it go. That way it's not straight down and flat. Does that make sense? So here's another section right here. I'm going to start at the root. I'm going to give it a little bend at the bottom, hold it up, let it dry or let it cool off, and then drop it. And now I'm gonna go ahead and do this side. I'm just gonna pull it up and curl it under. And it's really not too hot for my hand. I know sometimes like straighteners can get really hot and it literally will hurt your hand, like it will burn your hand. It doesn't do that to mine. So that tells me that it's not getting too hot to where it's frying your hair off. Does that make sense? Okay guys, so that is my straight hair with volume, and as you can see, it's got quite a bit of volume for straightening it. Usually your hair can be very, very flat when you straighten it, and that's just definitely not my favorite look. If you want just a little bit more volume, which I personally do, I love volume. If you've been following my channel for a while, that's no surprise. You can tease your hair just a little bit. I just use a fine tooth comb. I've got this one and then I've also got this one. I probably picked them both up from Target, and just take your comb Pick up a section next to your part and then back comb it down. So I've got it like this. Take it and just run it down and then just kind of smooth it out on top so that it doesn't look like a rat's nest up there. And then you can also do the other side as well. So just pick it up, tease it a little bit, and then smooth it down. Now this will definitely fall if you don't use something to hold it. I'm going to use my Working Texture Spray by Kristen S. And this is found at Target. It's a very affordable texture spray. And I'm just going to spray it right here at the top. And I like this better than hairspray because it's working texture spray. So it's not, it doesn't make your hair stick and stiff in place. I don't like that at all, especially for this kind of hair. You don't want it to be like stuck in that position. You want it to stay, but you don't want it to be stuck. And that is it. That is my volumized straightened hair tutorial with the GHD. I swear this makes my life so much easier. This is the Platinum Pink Blush Styler. So if you're interested, I will leave it in the description box below. Now I am not done. You're gonna get one more tutorial out of me. I will show you that and then I will be back. All right, so this is day 2 hair. This is what my hair looks like after I slept on it last night from the tutorial that you just saw. Today I'm gonna show you how to get like a very messy, undone, curly look. Now I wouldn't call these necessarily like waves or curls. It's kind of like a mixture in between. It's just a very messy, curly look. So I'm going to show you how to do that using the straightener. And I have used the straightener to curl my hair many times. It gives a very different look than what you would get with a wand or a traditional curling iron with the clamp on it. So I'm going to section my hair off. That is just how it's easiest for me to work with my hair, and I'm just going to section it right above my ears and put it in one of these little hair bobbles. So I'm going to go ahead and take about an inch-ish wide section, and I'm going to run the straightener down and then twist it and keep twisting it, but I'm going to leave the ends out here and then let go. And it's going to give this little bit of like a half wave, I guess you would say, but the ends are going to be straight. So this is definitely going to be a very undone, messy look. It's not perfect. It's kind of like half curly, half straight, if that makes any sense. I promise it sounds a lot weirder than it actually looks. So now I'm just grabbing another section of hair and twist your wand and then leave the ends out and let go. It doesn't take long at all. Literally, it's a very fast process. You don't want to leave your straightener on your hair for too long. You just kind of turn your wrist and curl it and then let go. It works very quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and do this last section on this side. Twist and let go. Okay, so now I've got that side done, and I'm going to go ahead and do this side the same way. Once you're done curling that section, just take some texture spray. This is the Kristen S one that I used in the tutorial before. And just kind of spray these down a little bit. Okay, and that is it. Now we're going to go on to the next section. So I'm going to do the same thing that I did on the bottom section. Piece, twist your iron, leave a little bit out at the end, and let go. I believe I got most of it in there. Sometimes a few pieces will fall out a little bit, and then you can recurl those if you want. That one's fine, but sometimes they will fall out, especially if you grab too thick of a piece and it doesn't have enough room in the iron. Alright, so this is what my hair is looking like so far, and it's not a great look when your hair is up here like this, but I promise it's not going to look that crazy. I'm going to spray my texture spray throughout my hair again, and then I'm going to go ahead and let this part down and do the top section. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing to the top section as we did to the other sections. So just grab your piece, turn, and let go. Just like that. I don't really know how to describe these waves very well. They're like a half curl. We'll just call them like half curls. I don't know. So I'm just gonna go around my whole head using the straightener just like I did for the rest of my hair. And you can do this on like freshly washed hair the next day instead of straightening it first. If you have naturally pretty straight hair, like I can get away with doing this without having to straighten my hair first. And it's usually not going to work very well if you just straighten your hair that day and then want to curl it right after. Second day hair, just like this, works really well. But if you have very curly hair, you're probably not going to get the same effect because your hair was curly before you started. Does that make sense? It needs to be pretty straight in order to get this look. So you may want to straighten your hair and then do it the next day. Or if you have pretty straight hair, you can probably get away with doing this hairstyle right away. So now I'm going to go ahead and do this side. Alright, so after curling both sides, this is what my hair looks like. And I'm just going to spray my texture spray all throughout my hair. And if you've seen my tutorials before, you'll know that I like to lift my hair up like this. I just kind of like take my hand like that and then lift it up and spray. Whew. And same with this side, just kind of like lift it up a little bit and spray. And that is it for my half curls, I guess you'd call it, my messy curls tutorial. You can tease at the root just like I did with my straight hair if you want to. I have enough volume from yesterday's blow dry and tease in it that I don't need to do that today, which is awesome. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and now we're gonna go ahead and go back. Alright guys, so that is it for my really 3-in-1 hairstyle. You got how to blow dry your hair, how to straighten your hair, and how to curl your hair using a straightener. So those are all tutorials that I have never done before. So this was really, really fun to do. And I want to say thank you to GHD for sending me the straightener and the hair dryer. You guys definitely need one of these straighteners. I'm not kidding. I would not tell you that you needed something if I didn't think that it was worth the money. So definitely check out a GHD straightener if you are interested in buying one, if you need a new straightener, if you want one for Christmas. It's definitely a good Christmas gift to be like, hey honey, I need a new straightener, and maybe throw in a hair dryer because that's a really nice travel hair dryer. I will leave all the information in the description box below, and I want to say thank you guys so much for watching my channel. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye.